It's Week 6 of the National Football League. And coming up next is the Commanders, leader at quarterback. He got his reps in a week ago, over 400 yards through the air. It's the Commanders and the Vikings, and it comes your way next.
Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. We're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
But meanwhile, for the visiting Commanders, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
And the offense, my goodness, over 50 points in the win last weekend. When you do that, you...
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw,
now a play fake here on first down. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago. 9 catches, 107 yards, and the touchdown.
I like the performances he's put up throughout the year. That's the reason he's ranked number 9 in the league in receiving yards. And in a league that throws the ball around like crazy, number 9's a good number.
And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Jones. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McCarthy over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 1. Off the play fake. McCarthy finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what the opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little. That
they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
And Hockenson going to have the Vikings first down as the tackle made down at the 33. Back to throw again. That pass complete to Moore. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The end result, 21 yards. Well, they just continue to march the ball down the field here through the air, Charles. He is now 6 of 6 throwing the football.
And it would help the defense if he was just throwing it to one guy, because you could marshal some forces over there. But the way he's spreading it around, he's hitting them at all angles right now, making it very, very difficult.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. McCarthy. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
From the gun on third down. McCarthy. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Rondale Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
I guess we have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he'd probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
A short one here, caught by McBride. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. The numbers from McBride a week ago. 6 catches, 90 yards.
And he's number 6 in the league in receiving yards, and he plays for his team first. But he also, in the back of his mind, he's thinking, if I can get into the top 5, that might affect his bonus in his contract.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They'll look to throw. That one is slant to McLaurin. And McLaurin going to pick up a Commander's first down as the tackle is made right at the 25-yard line. They'll set up to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game.
Now they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
Well, they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. McCarthy going underneath. He's got Hawkinson. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down. Looking to throw. McCarthy.
He's got the connection to Moore.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. McCarthy out of the backfield. This is Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Off play action. McCarthy. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Off the play fake. McCarthy. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The Commander's going to retake the field for drive number 2.
And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. Nifty move. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 14, first down Commanders.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line. 10-3 our score after one here on EA Sports.
Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. Taken down at the 30.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 3rd and 4 now. Now back to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
They'll look to throw here. His pass caught at the 4. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll motion the tight end across the formation.
He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders.
A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Commanders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
For the extra point, Cameron Dicker.
And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was out there waving his arm saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down. Touchdown! A 14-yard touchdown.
And Washington has taken the lead.
And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Extra point try now from Dicker.
He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They got to take care of business first.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
To throw on third down, McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
2nd down and 8.
He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Hand off now to Robinson.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side. 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. The offense on 3rd down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
As he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw from his end zone. McCarthy. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. An inside give to Jones. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as he'll stop him well short of the yellow line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Taken right around the 44. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field.
And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be...
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Vikings are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And now out comes Minnesota.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. McCarthy, middle of the field to Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Off play action. McCarthy
throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Back to throw again.
Complete. Jefferson the target. And he will have a Vikings first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll look to throw again.
That pass complete to Moore.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, McCarthy.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 43.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
Throwing on first down. McCarthy. Open man. He's got him. The tight end, Hockenson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. On first and 10. McCarthy. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
Dicker down, attack on the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. The last time, everything looked pretty good except that final play on the pick six. And now they've got to come right back out here, Charles, and try to pick up the pieces and get things going again.
Yeah, it certainly seems dire, doesn't it? But there is a silver lining, and it is hard to see so soon after that touchdown. But the game plan was definitely working. They were generating offense, had the ball behind midfield, getting wins on each down against the defense. So they're moving it well. They just have to hang on to it.
Yeah, as you said, though, probably tough to remember those good things on that last drive when it ended like it did. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw. McCarthy. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Bobby Brown. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Short one here, caught by McBride. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Bobby Brown. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where you see the final score there. Saquon Barkley, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we'll head west to check on the other team in the Keystone State, the Pittsburgh Steelers. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. The Browns looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And things didn't go so well, as it was the visiting Raiders who come in and grab the victory. The Raiders off to a strong start as they run their mark to 4-2 with the victory. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. But I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Set to go again. Here's Brian Robinson, the Commander offense.
And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
He'll look to throw.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
A run there on first down, and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front, because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll look to throw now on first down.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. On first down,
McCarthy. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
And that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. McCarthy. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Deron Payne in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10.
So here is Washington now to take over.
They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Throw left side, hauled in by McBride.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And able to get this to the 31.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll look to throw. This is caught.
Touchdown, Washington. Trey McBride
from 6 yards away.
And the Commanders are able to add on to that lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talked about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. McCarthy.
Pass complete to Addison.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Throwing on 3rd and long. McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field.
And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Robinson up the middle.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
126 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Now back to throw.
Able to get this one to McBride.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They'll set up to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Commanders are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on third down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr. hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. So that's now 10 touchdowns for him on the year. He's into double figures, and we're not even to the halfway point of the season yet.
Partner, doesn't this speak to how well he works with this offensive line? They know he doesn't need a giant alley to run through. He just needs a little seam, and he's so good at being patient, waiting for things to develop, and then accelerating when it does appear.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Vikings head out to take over once again. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones.
Down to about the 37. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Operating from the gun.
McCarthy
going underneath. He's got Hawkinson. Call it a gain of a yard. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. They'll run it with Jones. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones.
And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Byron Young
in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
That's down the field for Jefferson.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Commanders are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Set to go again. Here's Brian Robinson in the Commander offense.
He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's come together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
131 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Back to throw here. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now
as he's on to punt for Washington. And this will be taken at the 13.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 3.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. McCarthy. And this is going to be incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
That is caught.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Throwing on 1st down. McCarthy
looking for Addison again, and he's got him again.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
Now 2nd and 3.
Up the middle, Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Again, it's Jones. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Operating from the gun, McCarthy.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though. No surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw them break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On 4th down, McCarthy. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Point after here coming up. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Robinson on a give right side.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
9 yards on the play and a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Robinson, he'll try the left side.
There he goes, left side.
Down the left sideline.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, Charles, they had the comfortable lead, and now it's even more comfortable. Another score here in the 4th quarter to grow that lead.
I think your initial reaction is surprise when you see a team piling it on this late in the blowout. But there are plenty of coaches who also think that if you pull up completely and stop trying to play the game, it shows disrespect to their opponent. So they don't want to embarrass them. They continue to let their players go for it.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Vikings 17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
And now out comes Minnesota.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. McCarthy.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on 1st down. Back to throw again.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw.
He's going to find Jefferson open downfield.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McCarthy throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Commanders' 6-yard line.
Back to throw. McCarthy. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Washington ready to try again on offense. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
On the give, here's Robinson.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest.